Good evening. Dan with foul play. These are our hatchies. And this one, Mr. Hootie Hoot, has learned to crow. Yeah, boy, Hootie Hoot. Look at you, little boy. Little Roo. Look at you go crow. Definitely not a hen. And that's Hootie. That's one of our hatchies. Good man, getting your voice. Good job, buddy. Is making a big sound. And for all those that are wondering, there's Matilda's chick. She's really getting some dark colors from her mama. Kind of losing some of the lighter colors from her dad. But look at those dark and golden colors on these birds. Really gorgeous. But Mr. Hootie, he is a Roo. And here we have Mina. There you are. Hi, honey. She's being a really good girl with our poultry. You can see she's right in here with us. And she spends most of her time. Mina, come. Sit. Good girl. We're working really hard with Mina to train her to be a good dog around our poultry. She is in the poultry area here. And so because of the dog attack and because, look at that sun, because of the dog attack and because of the respiratory virus too, we have 300 feet of electric fence now that surrounds this whole back area all the way around the coop and runs all the way back around to the front. It is a great fence. We feel so much more comfortable with our flock inside the fence, and we're having Mina out here. Where'd she go? But she's a good girl. Now she's still a pup, so sometimes she tries to chase the girls, and it looks like she's in here. Mina, come. Mina, come. Come on. What are you doing in there, knucklehead? That's the bird's food, okay? Leave it alone. We're teaching her to leave it, but she's still a pup, so she wants to play with the chickens and say, hey, will you be my friend? Will you be my friend? And she doesn't know that big old lumbering self can really harm these guys just with a gentle lick or a gentle bite. So we still have to watch her pretty close. If the chickens get to flapping around and get to like looking like they want to play, and then she wants to join in, so we have to be really careful. So we're teaching her, Mina, leave it, and then she really is pretty obedient about that if she gets too close. She's a good girl, and I'll give you a little video too with regards to her training and taking her for walks. Good girl. Come on, go to work. Let's go find the bad guys. Bad guys are defined as coyotes, foxes, moles, skunks, whatever is on the property. That's what we define as bad guys. She doesn't know that yet, but this is part of her training, is to walk her on the farm and the trails. She get used to being the livestock guardian dog. This is what she has already had a lot of training with her human parents and her dog parents. This is something we do several times a day. We take her on the perimeter of the property, walking, and we tell her, let's go to work. Let's go to work. So there's a lot of times where I feel like a bit of a hypocrite because we love and adore this flock so much, but yet this flock we process for meat. And I'm not going to go into a lot of details with regards to the morality of eating meat or not eating meat. We do eat meat, and that is the reality of our diet, or part of our diet. And we totally respect those that don't eat meat, because I tell you, the day that you have to take the lives of these animals, it's a hard day for me, I don't mind telling you. And I think you have to be like a total psychopath to somehow enjoy killing animals. These birds are the Cornish Rock or Cornish Cross. Probably 90% of all your chicken comes from this breed right here. This is a genetically kind of modified breed, and they eat like crazy, they drink like crazy, and they gain weight like little monsters almost. They're big and they're kind of clumsy. Oftentimes in the industry, these birds will get so big their legs break or they have heart attacks. And so a lot of times they're not considered real chickens, but here on our farm, we do consider them real chickens, and we do give them the best life we can. We give them love, and we give them a safe environment, and we are thankful for their lives and what they provide for us at the end of the day. So we are scheduled to process these birds next week. One thing I want to point out, that these birds typically don't get names. But this little lady right here, hi honey, she's got a little blue mark I put on her so I could find her easier because these birds are so identical. This is Florence, out of Florence Nightingale. She's had a bumblefoot, and we've been treating her for bumblefoot, which I did the surgery myself in this case. And we've actually had her in chicken hospital, so this is the first time she's been out for a while. So you might ask, well, why would you go to that length to, treat that chicken so well if you're just going to turn around and process her for your own consumption? Well, she deserves the best life possible, and this is really a good example of what I'm referring to. One thing you might notice is the bottoms are kind of dirty. It's because these birds get so big so fast, they just plop down after they eat. And I just gave them some cheese, and they love cheese, and they've eaten all the grass around their pen. they've ransacked that. There's not much left, but so next week I will not show any of the processing or any of the parts where we're plucking or processing or anything like that. I don't really want. We're rounding up some folks to help us. 17 birds is a lot to process in one day for a small farm like ours. There's a variety of roosters and hens here. The roosters are a little bit bigger than the hens. Here's a good example. This guy on the left is a rooster, and the one on the right is a little hen. And the roos get a little bit bigger, like I said. So I like what Morgan says at Goldshaw Farm. I'm going to refer back to what he says. He says, I want to treat my birds really well so that they really just have one bad day. So we will be processing these guys. They're eating us out of house and home. They're just, when you pick them up, the heat that comes off these birds, just because you can see how thirsty they are. They just drink like mad. Because they're so thirsty, their internal temperatures are really hot compared to our egg layers and our pets. So there's my shadow in the background, but again, we adore these birds. We've worked desperately hard to save them, and we adore these birds too, and we're thankful for their lives and what they provide us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.